Dance with Nikki, another Mandela Monday. Mandela was not a saint but a sinner who's trying, in his own words. This is my attempt to help South Africans take their own narrative back. I'm sick and tired of the disrespect towards our country. So I'm trying to give us a vision of what we as millennials, a generation not born free but raised free, wanted for our nation. How our parents didn't shield us from the realities and how we've been clear since we were kids. So I'm going to read you 3 letters today. One from Amy van der Westhuizen, who was in grade 6 in 2001. Another one from, oh man, I can't even see this name, Moa. And then one from Zandali. Okay, cool. So the first letter we're reading today, and you might as well also look at this artwork by Linda Tsela, grade 7. Okay, so there's Linda Tsela's artwork. All right, and then I'm also going to be reading the letter from van der Westhuizen. Okay, beautiful. And this is obviously from a book called Letters to Madiba, written to him by 2001, in 2001, okay? Yeah. Dear Mr. Madiba, many people wouldn't come to South Africa because of crime. But that's not even a tenth of what South Africa's got to offer. South Africa has got a wonderful history. The Mfecane period and Shaga, the Great Trek, the South African War, the establishment of the Union of SA, the establishment of the RSA, the road to democracy, and of course, our first black president, Nelson Mandela. We had to do a history project on you, and as I started to read, I realized that you had a difficult life, but I found it fascinating. Not only did you hold fast to your beliefs, which put you in prison on Robben Island, you went through great trials and tribulations to make your dreams come true and see a free and democratic country. You are a great inspiration to people, old and young, and not to give way under pressure. The reason I admire you the most is because you pay a lot of attention to the youth and the environment that makes us feel very important. Like the Nelson Mandela's Children Fund and the Rainbow Nation, there are many places to visit in SA. So I suggest people overseas should pack their bags and head on to sunny South Africa. That was Amy van der Westhuizen, who was in grade 6 at the time. I wonder where Amy is today. Right? So we're going to carry on to another letter. But for now, I'm playing from an album I found in the dusty secondhand store somewhere. It's the African alphabet. I'm going to play you a bit of it, and then we're going on to our next letter, okay?
U is for you, Lilith, under African skies. In times of sadness and of joy, you will hear our cry.
I absolutely believe that. Something I once said comes to mind there. I was in America. I was quite young, and we were asked what does it mean to be, or like, tell us about South Africa, and I had no idea what to say. I was 24, but I said something profoundly wise that was not typical back then, guys. I was a bimbo then, but I said, South Africa is a dancing country. We dance when we're happy. We dance when we're sad. We even dance when we're angry. And everybody looked at me like, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to read you now from Zandali, who was in grade 1 during 2001, okay? Dear Madiba, my name is Zandali. I am 7 years old. I am in grade 1. I hope you are better now. Every time I see you on TV, but I do not see you in real life. I am proud to be a South African. You were the first black president in South Africa. You spent 27 years in prison. When you came out of prison, you made so much changes to our country. You have built the Mandela's Children Fund. You are so loving and caring to every single person. Yours sincerely, Zandali, grade 1. Guys, I do think this should remind us of the education level that we had before the 33%. We've got a responsibility to change that, okay? And so let's see the artwork here by Nadbil Badbat, who was 8 years old at the time. Guys, I do not own the copyright to this book. I do suggest you go and buy it. It's very heartwarming. and I don't own the copyrights to the songs. I'm just trying to show a South African taking back the South African narrative. It was our sole property, and we knew as kids what we wanted.
It's for you, Lilith, under African skies. So come and you relate with us. It's easy if you try. V is a village where people say ooh-ah, ooh-way.
Alrighty then. So, let us read this letter in Port Elizabeth on the 19th of October 2001. Dear Madiba, I'm proud of my color. I am proud to be a South African child. Thank you from me to you. I am Liv. Okay, Mde was their name. Okay. So there's Mde. I hope you guys can see it. I'm not really clear on the angling of the thing. That was gorgeous. I absolutely love that one. I wonder where all these people are today.
Ooh-ah, ooh-way. V is a village where people say ooh-ah, ooh-way. U is for you, Lilith, under African sky.
Okay, so as usual, the book I'm reading from is Letters to Madiba, and the album I'm playing is The African Alphabet. I suggest you find all of these things online. Remember, the South African narrative is the sole property of South Africans. Enough with the disrespect from the world. And as usual, Nelson Mandela may not have been a perfect man. He was no saint, but he's a sinner who's trying. Those are his own words. Okay? Thank you for joining Mandela Mondays. As usual, please do not let your children follow my channel. It's not typically appropriate for them. Thank you.